Hi, welcome to The Complete 3D Artist. In this course you're going to learn everything that you need to know to become an amazing 3D artist. Now this is a project-based course. That means that over the span of 3 individual projects you're going to learn all the major workflows that you need to know to become an amazing 3D artist. Now in project 1 we're going to install Blender, we're going to customize the user preferences to make learning as easy as possible. You're going to learn all the basic manipulation of objects as well as the camera, and then we're going to move on to creating a still life scene where we're going to have about a dozen or so objects that you're going to learn how to make. This will teach you all the poly tools, all the modifiers, and we're going to texture all those objects. We're going to light our scene, then we're going to set up our render, and finally we're going to use the compositor to make that render into the best image possible. After project 1 you should be in a position to actually start creating your own objects, texture them, light them and render them, and start building up your own portfolio. In section 2 we're going to move on to a much more advanced model. In this section we're going to learn some advanced modeling techniques that are really going to push your modeling up a level. In the third project we're going to move everything forward a level by creating an entire interior scene that you're going to fill with your own models. And we're going to light that several different ways to teach you a few different lighting tips and tricks. We're going to render, and finally again we're going to composite our final image using render layers and render passes. Very useful tools, very powerful, and saves you a lot of time re-rendering your scene over and over again. You can make little tweaks in your compositor that would usually take hours to re-render. Finally, we'll have our final section where we'll have Q&A videos, we'll have additional videos on creating portfolios, different types of renders like 3D renders, exporting your models so you can look at them in a 3D viewer where potential employers can actually navigate around your scenes or around your individual objects and look at how just amazing they are. So in the rest of this section we're going to talk a little bit more detail about the course structure. We're also going to look at some basic principles of 3D art as a little crash course on 3D. We're going to look at some of the most popular industry standard software. This is software that costs thousands of pounds, but in this particular course we're going to use Blender. Blender is 100% free, it's open source. There are tons of different add-ons that you can get for free that make learning Blender and using Blender much more easy and efficient, and we're going to be taking advantage of as many of those as possible. I guarantee you at the end of this course not only will you be able to use Blender, but you'll be able to take those universal workflows to any other piece of 3D software and create amazing 3D art. And that's not all. Not only will you have the full library of tutorial videos in this section with a lifetime access, you will also be able to access online mentoring. Now we're going to have a Facebook group and a YouTube page, and you can also contact me on email or Twitter. And you can send me your work and you can send me your blend files, and I'll be happy to give you feedback on any of your work related to this course and anything that you even do in the future. I hope to build a real community of artists on our Facebook group who will be able to help each other with any questions, give real constructive criticism on their work, and give some great feedback and a great support network for all you budding 3D artists.